Whenever I hear the word foul mouth, I always think it's about bad breath, but for today's list, we're going to be breaking down all the celebrities that have a tendency to use bad language. Not until the age of the internet did the foul-mouthed celebrities of the world feel more at ease with letting their language fly. Back in the early days of network television, they had 7 bad words you were never allowed to say, which also became a very popular George Calrin bit. Welcome to InformOverload. I'm your host and bacon overlord, Johnny Rogers, and you're watching the #1 tea-spilling entertainment news show on the internet. First and foremost, before we kick this video off, let us know down below who your favorite foul-mouthed movie character is and tell us why. Plus, if you don't want to miss another daily video from us, make sure you tap that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Now, with any further delay, let's get right into today's list of the top 10 foul-mouthed celebrities. In at number 10, Jason Bateman. Despite Jason Bateman's nice guy appearance, he has admitted to being a bit of a curse word enthusiast. I mean, he even did a movie in 2013 called Bad Words. In that film, a spelling bee loser sets out to take revenge by finding a loophole and attempting to win the competition as an adult. During an interview with GQ magazine, Jason said, "I tend to use as many as I can think of. I don't do it around my 7-year-old, but I do it around my 2-year-old because she doesn't know what the hell I'm saying yet." He also went on to say that his favorite curse word of all time rhymes with hover tucker. I'll let you figure that one out for yourselves. Although most curse word enthusiasts are often associated with tyrannical people, Jason says that being an a-hole is not how he likes to direct on his sets. He believes that being kind is the best way to run a movie set and to get the most out of his actors. In at number 9, Al Pacino. It's no wonder that someone like Al Pacino has played so many gangsters over the years. From his incredible performances in Scarface and The Godfather, he has become an infamous foul-mouthed celebrity. Even as of late, he starred in The Irishman alongside fellow curse word aficionados Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci. According to the Family Media Guide, which monitors profanity, content, and violence in movies, Scarface features 207 uses of the F word, which works out to about 1.21 F-bombs per minute. Imagine that was your job, to just count how many times they drop the F-bomb. I guarantee Al makes up a good 80% of that number as well. In at number 8, Christian Bale. A common way to describe someone with a foul mouth and a short temper is to say that they curse like a sailor. If that's the case, then we might as well start calling Christian Bale Captain Curse Word. We all really discovered this when that tape leaked from the set of Terminator Salvation. The Oscar-nominated actor was heard going absolutely berserk as he screamed and swore at a lighting engineer that walked onto the set. The actor spoke to Los Angeles radio station K-Rock 106.7 after the tape of his foul-mouthed tirade was released on the internet. The engineer had, I guess, made a mistake of walking into Bale's eye line during a certain take. Bale apologized and told the radio DJs, "I know some people are thinking I'm not going to see this movie because they think I'm a prima donna. Everybody worked so hard on this movie. Please don't allow my incredibly embarrassing meltdown to overshadow this movie and have all those people's hard work go to waste." In at number 7, Danny McBride. For much of his career, McBride has written about and portrayed difficult men who mask insecurity, self-loathing, and heartache beneath layers of bluster and bravado. Thanks to cult series such as Eastbound and Down and Vice Principals, he's also become one of our greatest comic storytellers. Although to achieve his very specific and uproarious persona, he made a career out of being a foul-mouthed celebrity. I believe in the movie Hot Rod, for example, he used around 136 curse words, which is a lot when you take into consideration that the runtime for that film is about 90 minutes. Although unlike Jason Bateman, Danny McBride kind of gives off the vibe that he swears like a truck driver. In at number 6, Adam Sandler. Recently, Adam Sandler absolutely stunned audiences with his performances in Uncut Gems. The thrilling film was dark and filled with adrenaline, and while Sandler's character landed in some hot water numerous times, it's not surprising that he talked the talk. It was a breath of fresh air from the usual wacky comedy films that we're used to seeing him in. Uncut Gems even ranked second on the list of films with the most swear words, coming in with 646 swears in total, most of which came from Adam himself. The movie, which has garnered rave reviews, stars Sandler as a gambling addict and has been hailed by critics as like being locked inside the pinwheeling brain of a lunatic. Following Sandler's character as he gets himself into messy situation after messy situation, you start to feel okay with how much he's expressing himself through curse words. In at number 5, Billy Bob Thornton. If you've ever watched the film Bad Santa, then you'll understand just how much of a foul mouth Billy Bob Thornton has. Although this label extends far beyond just his films, Billy has been known to snap during interviews and let the language fly wild. You gotta give him some credit though. I mean, he does really know how to put together a unique line of expletives while also hitting them with comedic time and hilarious charm. One would even argue that swearing like a sailor is an art form in and of itself. While promoting Bad Santa 2, Billy spoke about the art of swearing on film to Entertainment Weekly. In the interview, he said, "You have to know when and how to use it. In other words, there's an art to cursing. You can't just start doing it for no reason." See, with Willie, cursing doesn't seem like something that he thinks out. I mean, that's just part of his language. He says curse words words the way most people say banana. So with him, it's just a natural thing. But I've seen it done in ways that is just not as good. Just like if you were doing a dramatic scene with someone, you don't want to get melodramatic. It's the same thing in comedy. You have to keep within a certain set of rules and with a certain vibe. In at number 4, Samuel L. Jackson. A big example of someone that uses curse words to his advantage is Samuel L. Jackson. Not only is he a fantastic actor, but when it comes to delivering lines of profanity, Jackson has had plenty of practice. Pulp Fiction was jam-packed with these moments, and Snakes on a Plane took things to a whole new level.
What's your favorite curse word to use? Whether it's in movies?
For real? For real? You really have to ask me that? You really don't know what it is?
Now obviously we know that Mr. Jackson's preferred specific curse word coincidentally is the same one that Jason Bateman enjoys using from time to time. During one interview in the film King Kong Skull Island, Sam elaborated on his cursing. He said that with the right emotion behind the word, you can use it in so many different ways to express that emotion. He doesn't view them as words that shouldn't be said, but rather in a way of expressing the most of a specific emotion and intention. In at number 3, Gordon Ramsay. The host of Hell's Kitchen seems to love the F-bomb and uses it at every opportunity he gets, with very few exceptions. Those exceptions are when he's working around the very young contestants who are on the show MasterChef Junior. Although in 2013, one contestant, 9-year-old Sarah, overheard Ramsay tell interviewers that even though he swears in front of older contestants, he has never done so in front of the younger set. She immediately spoke up and corrected him by telling Today that he had slipped up twice. That being said, it must be super difficult for him to bite his tongue and hold back the curse words because for so many years, I mean, he was just letting him fly. He built quite the reputation too as a result of this behavior, and from that, a majority of people actually fear his wrath. He's a cook. He's literally a cook. He's a celebrity chef. You don't need to fear him because he swears a lot. In at number 2, Mel Gibson. Hollywood actor Mel Gibson is much different from the man that he used to be, and for the most part he seems to have, I guess, redeemed himself in the public eye. Although for a really long time he was made super famous for all of the wrong reasons. Mel was well known for being a foul-mouthed actor that often had very controversial things to say. His unrelenting sailor mouth is what led him to being blacklisted by Hollywood for a very, very long time. It's one thing to be playing loosey-goosey with dropping a few curse words here and there, but for Mel, they were all coming from a place of anger, shall we say? I mean, he made a number of racial and homophobic epithets in the past, and in 2008 he was arrested for a DUI, which led to an even bigger tirade. Then there was that phone call recording from 2010 where he spoke very aggressively to his girlfriend. He then incited violence towards her, which then led to a restraining order to stay far away from her, and that negative press pretty much put his acting career on hold. Last but certainly not least, on our number 1 spot, Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill has officially been crowned the number 1 foul-mouthed celebrity. According to Buzz Bingo, they looked at swearing in 3,500 films and found that Jonah Hill used 376 curse words throughout his career. Jonah gave an incredible performance in the film The Wolf of Wall Street, which officially has the most swear words of any film in Hollywood. A staggering 715 curse words were dropped in its 180-minute runtime. When Jonah found out about this, he took to Instagram to express some love to everyone that helped him get there. In the post, Jonah said, "So many people to thank. At Martin Scorsese, thanks for pushing me over the edge. And of course the great at Samuel L. Jackson, humbled. Also, new report? LOL, what team of scientists cracked this one? Lots of love." Yeah, at least he appreciates it. And that has been the top 10 foul-mouthed celebrities. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to our editors for all of their hard work. If you enjoyed this video, then please show us some love by tapping that like and subscribe button. Plus, don't forget to leave us a comment down below with your thoughts on today's list. And for more videos like this one, all you gotta do is tap that playlist when it pops up. From InformOverload, I'm the Bacon Overlord, Johnny Rogers, saying until next time, stay classy.